Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, my paper on the basis of research works in Nepal, impact of community forestry in the rural development of Nepal. As you know, location of Nepal is between India and China. As you know, the map of Nepal, some fact and figure of nation. The country occupies a total area 143,351 square kilometer. The nation comprises 7 states, 77 districts, 744 local administration units. Nepal was not colonized, but along with Sikkim and Bhutan, it acts as a buffer state between India and China. During the Sino-Indian War, one of the main challenges facing by the today is struggle to transit from the domination of republic. Factor Nepal has a 143,351 square kilometer. Water area is 3,830 square kilometer, and population is 29 million. Population density is 202.55 square kilometer. Government type is Federal Parliamentary Republic. Geography, mean elevation 2,565 meter above sea level. It has a verified climate with cool summer and cold winter. It is terrain and flat in the south and hilly in the center and rough in the north. As Tarai or flat river plain of the Ganges in south, central hill region with rough Himalayan in north. As my title is Impact of Community Forestry, I would like to some definition about the community forestry. Community forests are those parts of national forest that are managed by the community themselves through forest user group. The essence of the community forest are all accessible forests are to be handed over to user to the extent they are able to willing to manage. Forest user group shall protect, manage and utilize this forest. Forest user group shall get all products and income from the forest. Priority is given to management of existing natural forests rather than to establishment of new plantation. Community forestry can be defined as a forest protection, management and utilized by local forest user group. A forest user group is a group of people having rights to manage, use and protect an area of a forest, an area of land for growing trees. Nepal is one of the first developing countries to adopt community forest management, which gives authority to forest user group to manage forest resources. Forest under community forest, a patch of national forest is handed over to the local community known as community forest user group for protection, management and utilization of the forest purpose. Background, as you know, there is growing concern regarding the impact of community forestry in the socio-economic development as well as environment conservation work of Nepal. This paper is based with discussion how development and conservation initiative carried out in the rural area from the community forest. The paper quantified the magnitude of the mentioned impact in reference to forest management in the mid-hill and Tarai of western Nepal. The economy of Nepal is predominantly characterized by the large rural sector where subsistence farming is the mainstay of household economy. There is a strong dependency of on forest resources for basic needs fulfillment and additional income opportunity. As we know, Nepal represents rural country with 86% of rural population live in the rural area. It is important to give stress to social phenomena as the focal point of rural development. The paper makes several recommendations for better management of community forest, income generation activities through empowerment generation as economic development, and water resource and soil conservation as well as alternative energy as environmental conservation were found as the character of the community forests. There are 6 types of forests in Nepal. Firstly, national forest and private forest. Under the national forest, there are 6 forests. Out of them, characteristics of community forest as characteristics to meet the basic forestry need of rural people and sustainable forest management. Objective of the community forest is all kinds of forest including dense pole, shrub and degraded forest land, size of the forest, no limit set by laws and bylaws, target group, heterogeneous target group, all the users of the forest including rich, medium and poor without discriminating socio-economic condition, size of user group from 25 to over 1,000 household in a group, line agency only ministry organization, benefit sharing for internal use, benefit is shared within user group on equal basis from the sale of shal timber, khair, etc. to share between community forest and government. Use of fund, intensity of forest management is extensive forest management, basically protection oriented, and coverage national wide program expanded in all districts of Nepal. Nature of unfruit rights is community forestry is the common property, excluding use of right of an individual family is not allowed. Consequently, the incentive structure for management different from the livelihood. Apex level, district, regional and central level federations such as FECOFON in national level and NEFUG is national level and district chapter of the FECOFON in district level. As the introduction of Nepal, I think it is not necessary to explain here. This research conducted in 3 districts, Parbat district, another is Palpa district, another is Rupandai district. The district by discrimination of the study area, land use pattern of the study area in 3 districts is Parbat district, this is Palpa district and Rupandai district. Demography of the study area, you know the population, male, female, population density, average household, urban population literacy, male, female and human. I have selected 11 community forests, 2 from each district, the bigger size community forest and smaller size community forest as area, and bigger household community forest and smallest household community forest. The name of the community forest, there are methodology, observation and literature review as well as focal group discussion is main use of methodology. Observation, I think it is important. I found in the research that the impact of community forest in the socio-economic development of Nepal is multifaceted and complex. The nature of the impact varies from the direct and measurable to indirect and non-measurable. For the purpose, overall impact of community forestry are grouped into 2 categories, biophysical and socio-economic, but the categories are neither exhaustive nor have clear boundaries among them. In general, community forest management was beneficial to the user. However, some negative effect were also observed during my research. As contribution from the community forest, the contribution found in social development sector in Parbat district 30%, in Palpa district 33%, in Rupandai district 36%. Economic development in Parbat 20%, Palpa 18% and Rupandai 25%. Environmental conservation in Parbat 12%, Palpa 15% and Rupandai 10%. Others contribution 38% in Parbat, 34% in Palpa and 29% of Rupandai. Here the graph contribution. From the community forest, the research found that institutional capacity, community forest handed over to the community with formation of community forest user groups are institutional capital. Evidence shows that there are increasing community organization and are working for improved forest condition as well as leadership development and social capital. Community forest handover process has increased social cohesion, which is enhanced social capital of those who have been powerless and isolated. Human capital institution, the inception of the community forestry program, a number of capacity building training, workshop and exposure visit have been conducted to the member, that are the human capital. And financial capital, the group found generated from the sale of forest product, grant from the government. These are the financial capital. And environmental capital, community forest handed over to community managed surrounded forests, resulting condition of forest improved. And appearance, greenery appearance. And physical capital, number of many community development activities utilizing the community fund, like construction of community building, road trials, etc. Biophysical impact, the most beneficial impact created by the community forest are rehabilitation of a degraded land and creation of greenery at the rural level, village level, and forest condition been transferred to the either sampling or pole stage forest with greenery. The rehabilitation of degraded land has been instrumental in controlling erosion and conserving water resource in the village. Before handover, completely barren land with a few scattered tree species is now, after the handover, is become covered with the hundred of species and natural ecosystem has been restored. An area found good greenery, resulting several birds and animals have been appears in the community forest. The number of flora and fauna has been increased compared to early situation of community can be seen as an important mechanism through which biodiversity of Nepal can be managed through local level initiation. Good governance, incorporated social inclusive, targeting women, youth and people living in poverty. Socio-economic, social impact include the contribution of community forest in the social capital, capacity building and economic status enhancement. Most of the area of the rural member has developed their local level leadership. Rural infrastructure building involve community development work such as school, health post, drinking water, local road constructed as well as maintained by the support of community fund. Reflection and conclusion. At present, community forestry user group database show that about 2 million hectares household, or 37% of population in Nepal is involved in the community forest. National based data shows that 19,361 community forestry user group have been formed in Nepal, is the national data. 18,13,478 hectares of national forest have been handed over as a community forest, and 22,50,858 households have been benefited from the community forest. It has been estimated that 3.75 million hectares of forest land can be put under the community forest. Community forest has contributed mainly to the improvement of forest condition and people's livelihood as capacity building, local development, livelihood promotion as a social development. And women's participation are encouraging. The present community forest community consists of several women members. More than half of the harvesting group in each year are led by the women in mid hills, whereas a man in Tarai. The participation of the women is high in hill and mid hill, low in Tarai region. Some of community forestry were found awarded by the district forest office and other institutions with the beginning period of the community handover in the best management community forest in the district. This is the final impact in social development from the community forest fund. Capacity of the local people have found enhanced through getting various type of training and exposure like leadership development, skill enhancement, good governance, management, local development and marketing, as well as linkage development. The villagers have been found develop school, health post, food trial, drinking water and electrification from the fund. These are social development in the rural area and economic development from the community forest fund. Some income generation activities in the village have found establishment of forest-based enterprises, small and medium enterprises, resulting opportunity to local people as income generation and employment generation, as a economic development and environmental conservation from the community fund. Sanitation and conservation activities in the village have found progressive through various campaign, lobbying, advocacy, resulting awareness created in the local people toward the nature and environment conservation. These are the same social development, infrastructure development, institutional development, environment conservation and saving from the community forestry and its fund. Yes, in social development, capacity of local people enhanced through getting various type of leadership development, skill enhancement, awareness creation, active participation for environment conservation, local level environment friendly development and economic development. I have already explained this, and conservation initiative. Key challenges in community forestry of Nepal is political instability, forest encroachment, increasing forest fire incident, low priority by government, extreme level of poverty and dependency on forest resources. Although 70% of fuel wood and 40% fodder supply from the forestry sector, but management strategy not clear for sustainability. We have mentioned some recommendation to the government or community forestry to betterment of the community forestry. Thank you. You have already.